Howdy heck and hey my dudes, I'm back. I've got my sequel to the very first ever Sonic Adventure fanfic that I ever wrote, Sonic Adventure 2, A Worthy Opponent. Did the first video perform well? Did people like my first ever Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction? I've got no clue. I'm recording this the day before the first video even goes up, so here we go. Now, unfortunately, there are two things I have to go into before we start reading this. In the first video, if you've watched the first video, you have to have watched it to understand what's happening. I'll put it in the iCard, but in the first video I mentioned that I had finished the sequel to that story. I've picked up the book now and realized that that is actually not the case. I only got maybe a quarter of the way through the notebook that I was writing it in before I stopped. So that's unfortunate. We've got unfinished material we're working with today. The other thing I need to mention, in the original video I made a joke about how I felt like I needed to put a disclaimer in front of the fanfic, but it was just so much I didn't know what disclaimer to put in front of it. This time it's not a joke, I am actually being serious. I do need to put a disclaimer warning on this book. Keep in mind I was 11 when I wrote this, so I don't think I understood the gravity of the topics that I was writing about. But there are brief mentions of pedophilia and sexual abuse against a minor in this book. I am very convinced that it's got absolutely nothing to do with anything that I ever went through, because I don't remember going through anything terrible like that. But repressed memories are called repressed for a reason, so who the hell knows? But yeah, if that's a topic that makes you uncomfortable, that you don't want to be around, I'm incredibly sorry about that. You feel free to click out of this video and watch another one. I am also gonna actually go out of my way to mention ahead of time when these stuff comes up in the story. So if you do want to watch the story but you don't want to go through those topics, just keep an eye out. I'll mention it verbally and I'll leave a timestamp on the screen so that you guys can avoid that kind of stuff. But I think that's all of the context out of the way, so we can officially start this. I was going to do my own recap, but luckily on the very first page of this notebook I actually did my own recap back when I was 11, so let's read what this recap says. So far in this tremendous I've already fucked up. So far in these tremendous tales of Sonic the Hedgehog... Okay, wait, hang on. This isn't even a sentence. Give me a second. So far in these tremendous tales, comma, there should be a comma there, Sonic the Hedgehog came across an interdimensional universe where boys were girls and girls were boys. And in this universe, Sonic fell in love with his female version, aka Shakira the Hedgehog. Sonic later on was killed by Shadow and his female version, aka Darkness the Hedgehog. Desperate to bring Sonic back, Shakira asked Rena Doll to take her back in time to save Sonic, but it didn't work. Or so she thought. At the last second, Sonic's eyes split wide open in the grave. So, there you go. There's our recap of the story so far. I'm invested. Let's go. Chapter 1. The first Shakira chapter. After grieving to her heart's content the day before, Shakira decided to help Tails bring Sonic back to life. So she went to visit him. When she got there, Tails had half finished his invention. Tails, I've been thinking a lot lately, and I was wondering if I could help try to bring Sonic back. Of course you can, but first, one question. What's your blood type? B positive. Why? Perfect! It's a perfect match! What is you and Sonic's blood type? What's your point exactly? And I'd like to point out that I spelt exactly with a G. I spelled it EGXA CTLY. Perfect, perfect. If I can get one string of his fur and eject some of your blood, then the machine is finished and he'll come back. Really? Wow, you and Rena really are alike in so many ways. So are you gonna help me or not? Oh, right, sorry. And so, without another word, Tails and Shakira added the finishing touches to the machine. It wasn't long before they had to test it, so he grabbed a vial of Cream's blood and combined it with one of my hairs. In case you forgot, this story is being told from the perspective of my original Sonic character, Brittany the Hedgehog, who is Cream the Brittany the Hedgehog? Brittany the Rabbit, who is Cream the Rabbit's cousin. And surprisingly, it worked. There I was, standing in Tails' workshop with Tails and Shakira. Where am I? It took me a while to recognize where I was and who they were, but eventually I cracked. Tails? Shakira? How nice to see you. Finally, I've been resurrected. Oh yeah, finally, as if it was only a matter of time before they would bring you back. Okay. I also didn't mention this in the original video, but I will mention it now because I only just thought about it. I think it's really clever of 11-year-old me to have made my Sonic OC dead and then be brought back to life later, because that explains why she was never part of the adventures or why Cream never mentioned her despite being family. I think that makes a lot of sense. That I didn't think of that, and I'm pretty sure 11-year-old me didn't think about that either, but that's neither here nor there. Give credit where credit is due. Brittany, is that you? And then in brackets it says, in case you haven't figured it out yet, I used to travel between dimensions, so that's why I know both Tails and Shakira. Wow, Mary Sue much. Yes, it's me. How's Cream? She's fine. Cool. So Shakira, can I stay with you for a couple of weeks? Of course. And so I moved in with Shakira. This is moving very fast. Everything about this is moving very quickly. Oh, we're already on chapter 2. Oh god, here we go. Where am I? What am I doing here? It took Sonic a while to realize what had happened and why he was in a grave. I remember nearly getting killed and hitting my head on the wall and blacking out, but that's it. Then suddenly it hit him. Shakira! I remember Shakira! Sonic suddenly could hear shovels. They were digging him up. Oh god, he got so lucky. What if they just kind of left him there? That'd be horrible. But yeah, they were digging him up. Before he knew it, the case popped open and he sat up. Tails and Shakira screamed. Yeah, as you would. You don't want to open a coffin and have the person inside just sit up. That's horrifying. You're supposed to be dead until we use the machine, Tails exclaimed. But Shakira stood there in... I have to turn the page. Shakira stood there in pleasure. Her time travel worked. Oh yeah, her time travel worked. Excellent. Sonic, you're alive. You bet I am. Hey, Tails, what's that thing? It looks like a roboticizer. I just got into Sat AM, so yeah, roboticizer reference. Sonic, this is the Lifeinator 5000. I invented it to bring you back to life. Will it work on Manic, Sonia, and Cosmo? I think so. Okay then, let's try it. Alright, who first? Manic, please. They're literally just talking to each other. Okay, blood type? AB positive. So Tails grabbed a vial of his own blood and mixed it with one of Manic's hairs, and again it was successful. Sonia next. So Sonia was brought back, and to my surprise and disappointment, Cosmo was back as well. Sorry, I had to squint at the page for a second because this handwriting is absolutely abysmal. Oh lord. Also, I'm not sure if I'm gonna put pictures of my drawings from when I was 11 in this video, but I would like to point out that the quality of the drawings has improved over time, and throughout this throughout this book it continues to improve, and so never ever give up on your dreams, kids. Tails, I'm so happy to see you again. I'm guessing this is Cosmo saying this. Just then Rena and Cream came in. Oh, I didn't see you there, rodent. What did you say? Both Tails and I asked. That's my new girlfriend you're bad-mouthing. And then there was silence. Oh yeah, Tails got together with Cream after Cosmo died, so now there's gonna be tension between them. Oh no! These chapters also feel so much shorter than they did in the first book because we're already on chapter 3. So I'm not sure how long this video is actually gonna be because it feels like we're powering through it super quickly. So let's just keep going. Chapter 3, the second Shakira chapter. You could tell that Cosmo was gonna start tearing up, so Shakira took her into the other room to chat with her. Look, I know it's hard, but you have to let him go. Hi, Cosmo. Cosmo turned around. It was Charmy Bee. Oh my god, Charmy! Oh no, because bees pollinate flowers, so I'm probably gonna ship Charmy. Okay, wait, hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hi, Charmy. So listen, Cosmo. Since Tails stole my girl, more like Cream stole my guy. Anyway, I thought maybe you would like to go out sometime. Oh, I fucking called it. I called it. Charmy and Cosmo. Anyway. Yeah, I'd like that. And so a new couple started. Charmy and Cosmo. Cosmo, can I talk to you in private? Of course. So Cosmo nicely asked Charmy to leave and Shakira started talking. Cosmo, what do you see in him? Because all I see is an ugly, weird, disgusting bee that burns down houses for a hobby. The burning down houses thing is a reference to something. I know it is a reference to something, but I cannot, for the life of me, figure out what I am referencing here. I will try my best to find it, and if I can find it, I'll edit it in as like a post-editing Silv comment. That is a reference to something else, but I do not know what it is. If you know what it is, leave a comment. Thank you. Moving on. I know, I only hooked up with him to make Tails jealous. Ooh, spicy. But he's in love with you. Don't worry, when I'm back with Tails, he'll have cream again. And if he doesn't? Don't worry, he will. Oh, Charmy, Cosmo said as she walked away. Now Shakira was confused. Not only does Charmy like Cosmo, but Cosmo's only hooking up with him to make Tails jealous? Maybe Sonic will know what to do. So Shakira went inside and asked Sonic for advice. What is happening here? Why as an 11-year-old am I writing such complex actually no, I think I know why. I had a crush on this little, I think it was Filipino, I had a crush on this little Filipino boy. And there was this girl that was really spiteful and like really just not great. But she was also 11, and a lot of 11-year-olds aren't great, so I'm not going to hold it against her. But she found out that I liked this little Filipino boy, and so she asked him out, and apparently he had a thing for her, and so they were going out together. I don't know. I'm having like really fuzzy memories, but I think that was the inspiration for this. I'm not sure. Then Cream came out. Hi Shakira, have you seen Charmy? Tails would like to see him and Cosmo. They went that way. Gather everyone, Cream. Cream silently nodded and ran into the house. Shakira almost instantly got lost in her own mind, thinking about how heartless even the nicest of people can be. I was definitely going through something when I wrote that line. I just can't for the life of me remember what. But anyway, we're on chapter 4 already. What the fuck is going on? This feels like it's going by so much quicker. Chapter 4, the second Sonic chapter. The sun was setting on Soa Beach. Shakira, Sonic, and their friends were inside the closest beach house, sipping on hot cocoa, thinking of a serious plan. We got here as fast as we could. Everyone turned around. It was Silver and Blaze, and behind them were their other versions. I'm guessing the gender swaps, because we're still doing the gender swap thing. Hi, I'm Tom the Cat. And I'm Sisette the Hedgehog. Why did I go with that? Why didn't I just pick another color? Why didn't I go like, oh, I'm like Rose Gold the Hedgehog, or I'm Platinum the Hedgehog. I don't know. I could have gone with anything, but I went with fucking Sisette. Alright, here we go. Great. Now our plan can't possibly fail. And then I would like everyone to know that I went from writing the story in black pen to writing the story in blue pen for this paragraph, and then immediately went back to writing in black pen. So, I'm a very organized author. So what's the plan? The next day, Charmy took Cosmo out when Blaze ran past them. Silver's gone ballistic! Oh no, I think I remember what happens here. I'll protect you, Cosmo! And then, it doesn't say in the book, but Silver walks in. So you're the Iblis Trigger's assistant. Not to fear, I'll destroy you personally. You'll have to get through me first, Silver. Is this a joke? How humiliating this will be for you. But before Silver could do anything to them, someone shoved him into a leg trap and caught him lickety-split. I hate the phrase lickety-split now. I don't know what it is, I just hate it. But as a kid, it was my favorite thing in the world, I guess. You guys should really be more careful around Soa at this time. Everyone hiding around there thought and almost yelled out loud that this wasn't part of our plan. Who are you? I'm Earthia? Earthia? Oh, let's go with Earthia. I'm Earthia. Earthia the cat. Who could Earthia's male be? Like, as in male counterpart, not as in male partner. I have to keep specifying that. That's really hard to tell. It could be anyone from either dimension. Yeah, because they're traveling through each other's dimensions, so it really could be anyone. Then Earthia started to speak. I'll let you go this time, but next time you tread around my clan's territory, I'll have to take you in. Clan? I've got it, I said. Her male is Liam. Liam the cat. Okay, interesting. Co-leader of the... co-leader of the Uchiha clan, a Naruto reference in my Sonic fanfic. Disgusting. Exactly who else is there? Rena asked. Follow me. And Athea started walking. Obviously everyone, even Charmy, Cosmo and I, followed her. And by golly... was it just like Knothole? And then in brackets I wrote watch Sonic the Hedgehog because I was just getting into that show. Houses and children running around. I felt right at home there. And I actually started thinking about moving there. That's really sweet and wholesome. Alright, here it comes. Chapter 5, the third Shakira chapter. I would like to mention that I am skipping forward just to make sure, and this is the chapter that has the explicit mentions of pedophilia and sexual abuse against a minor. So I will leave a timestamp. You can skip from chapter 4 straight to chapter 6. I'm just skimming it now and I don't think there's anything actually plot relevant aside from this disgusting relationship. So again, skip forward if you're not comfortable listening to it. Timestamp is on the screen. I'm really sorry. Chapter 5, the third Shakira chapter. It was beautiful. Shakira and Sonic were the first to recognize the similarities, and there were a lot of similarities. This is amazing! How long has this been here? About 10 years. Wow, it looks like about 30. This village was started when I was 5. So, you're 15? No, not actually. Today's my 16th birthday. The village doesn't turn 11 until next month. So, you're the co-leader? Yes. Where's the leader? She hasn't been around for a while. Earthia blushes at the sight of Barry and Chocolate. Barry and Chocolate are the counterparts to Cream and Cheese. So I believe they're 6. Oh no, it's the incident. Poor Barry. Oh, hang on, this is Cream. Oh no, it's the incident. Poor Barry, Cream said as she had some affairs with Liam, Athea's male, recently. Ciao ciao, said Cheese, which meant at least Liam isn't here. Finally, everyone turned around, and the sight made Cream burst into tears of fright and hide behind Amy and Blaze. Liam! Nice to see you, Cream. I see you and your friends fell for my trap. What do you mean? This is actually making even me uncomfortable reading this, but it's my fanfic, and I have to read it, so here we go. I'm the one that changed the location on the teleporting machine. I'm the reason you're all here. Leave Cream alone, Liam, Blaze and Amy yelled in anger and defense. No, Cream is mine forever. No, I'm not, dummy. All you do is follow me like I'm the most interesting thing in the world. Because you are, Liam said, pushing her towards a tree. Oh no, you didn't, Amy yelled, getting out her hammer. It didn't take Liam long to figure out what was happening and punched Amy in the stomach before she could do any harm. Liam! You might be my long-lost brother, but no one hurts my friends. If you say so, sis. And without another word, Liam ran off with Cream. So Blaze and Liam are related. I don't know why Blaze ended up with such a cool name like Blaze and why Liam ended up with such a lame name like Liam. But yeah, that was actually disgusting. I hate a 16-year-old boy, assuming that he's the same age as Earthia, because they're counterparts. A 16-year-old boy trying to force himself onto a 6-year-old girl is fucking disgusting, and I have no idea why I even tried to write that in. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, everyone who skipped chapter 5, welcome back. I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you're doing well. There was one piece of information that you need to know, and that's that we've met Athea's male counterpart, Liam the cat, and he has kidnapped Cream the rabbit. That's really all you need to know from that chapter. Chapter 6, the third Sonic chapter. Cream! Don't worry, Tails, Shadow, and I will find her. Right, Shadow? I'm guessing this is Sonic. Oh yeah, sure, Sonic, we'll find her. Yeah, Tails, I'd comfort you, but I have a boyfriend now. Wow, Cosmo is such a bitch. Yeah, everyone, Cosmo is now mine. Charmy is so happy. Charmy is so happy, and I feel so terrible for him, but whatever. And so everyone went to search for Cream besides Cosmo. She just went home. Gee, it must be hard for you, Fox boy. Tails looked up. Liam! It was Liam! And I will, if I do decide that I'm going to put pictures in this video, I'm going to censor a tiny bit of this picture just because it falls under the content warning that I put at the start of this video. That's right, kid. Gee, you're smarter than I thought. Where did you put Cream? I know you probably want to hear the rest of the story, but this is about Sonic and Shakira, not Tails and Cream. So I just hard cut from the actual drama to be like, well, that's not what this story is about. Bitch, then why did you write it? Oh my lord. Okay, moving on. Anyway, at that exact time, Sonic and Shadow and the others, including myself, were still looking for Liam, but instead we found a banana tree. I don't know what this is about. I know, not the best in the world, but in that banana tree there laid a nest with some eggs, a stack of bananas, and Cream! Yup, Cream was hanging there by a thread tied up with leaves and a mouth covered in a prison cell. How did he get a prison cell at a banana tree? If it wasn't for Shadow's good spotting, we would have gone completely past her. Cream, are you okay?
Yeah, just a few bruises.
Oh, good, because if anything happened to you, little cuz, I would have never forgiven myself.
I also found the leader.
Who? And then we've got some Rosalina looking ass, like if Rosalina from Mario Galaxy was a Sonic character, and I remember this because I was playing Mario Galaxy and I loved Rosalina. My name is Crystal. Okay, so we've met the leader of the group now. This is spicy. Everyone turned around, and there was the, in brackets, second hottest girl in the Sonic series. After me, of course. Oh my god, I love Brittany. I love Brittany so much. I love her. I want to bring her back. Hashtag bring back Brittany.
I'm sorry, but I seem to be lost. Can you help me back to my village?
Can't you use your wand to teleport back? Oh yeah, she has a wand.
No. You see, it needs a fragment of the Supreme Emerald.
Supreme Emerald, Knuckles asked, and in the brackets I write, yay, the first time Knuckles talks. I hated Knuckles when I was in high school. I went through this phase where I was like, I don't particularly care for Knuckles. I like Knuckles. I hate Knuckles. And now I love Knuckles again, so, you know, it's a bit weird. But yay, Knuckles talks for the first time. Chapter 7, the 4th Shakira chapter. Yes,
Athea didn't tell you?
No, she didn't tell us anything about you, just her.
Well, the Supreme Emerald is the most powerful emerald. It's what makes that island up there fly.
I get it. Like the Master Emerald, only for this world.
The whom and what now?
Don't worry, Crystal. It's a long story. I have no idea who's talking to Crystal here because it doesn't say. There's just lines of dialogue here. I'm gonna assume that this is Knuckles and Crystal having a conversation. Let's go with that.
Okay, can we go now?
So they set off back to the village, into Crystal's hut, and guess what? Oh, okay, wait, hang on a second. Okay, if you guys are watching this and you're trying to avoid the content that I put a warning for at the start of the video, I'm gonna leave another timestamp. This one caught me by surprise. There is more sexual abuse of a minor and pedophilia. Skip the rest of the chapter. I'll give you a recap. Here's the timestamp. Please, if it's uncomfortable, don't listen. Okay. Athea and Barry were kissing, the 16-year-old and the 6-year-old. The sight was despicable. I'm glad I knew that it was a terrible act. What is the meaning of this?
I can explain.
There's nothing to explain. It's simple, Sonic says. While we were looking for Cream, you snatched Barry away and did all that sweet talk to convince him, and then you dragged him in here and started kissing him. Am I right? There was an awkward pause. Then Athea broke the silence. Oh, would you look at the time? I must get going. Those Tors bots aren't going to kill themselves. And then there's like a whole section where I show that SWAT backwards is Tors, and that's why in this universe they're called Tors bots and not SWAT bots. But I'm not going to go over that because the whole 16-year-old and 6-year-old kissing made me too uncomfortable, so I'm just going to skip that little bit there. Moving on. So, Athea went to defeat the Tors bots without another word. Forgive me for Athea's strange behaviour. She's normally a quiet girl. That's alright. Just keep Barry away from her at all times. It's not alright. It's not alright. What was going through my little brain? But yeah, just keep Barry away from her at all times. Okay, sugar. At this point, Amy and Shakira were furious at Crystal. So Crystal, I think, is flirting with Sonic right now. I mean, how dare she mess with him, Shakira said when they went home.
I know, right? She's a boyfriend stealer.
We gotta do something about it.
Yeah, we can't let her do that. If we do, she'll steal all the boys from us.
Gather up the girls, said Amy. We're gonna pay Crystal a little visit. Oh my god. Okay, wait. So, if you skipped the rest of chapter 7, hi, welcome back. Crystal was low-key flirting with Sonic, and by low-key flirting, I mean literally all she did was say, okay, sugar. And now Amy and Shakira are going ballistic, and they want to get rid of Crystal immediately. Like, screw the whole nuthole place that they found. Screw the society that needs Crystal as a leader. She flirted with our man, so we're gonna gather up all our lady friends and we're gonna pay her a little visit. I'm terrified. We're on chapter 8 now, and unfortunately this is the second last chapter that I wrote before I stopped writing this book, which is unfortunate. I'm having, aside from all the like gross stuff, this is a fun time, and who knows, maybe I'll think of an ending up on the spot, but for now, let's go. Chapter 8, the 4th Sonic chapter. As Sonic woke up that morning, he knew something was up. Blaze, Amy, Cream, Rouge, Rena, Kira, Darkness, Sonia, and Shakira were all gone. That is a lot of women. I noticed that Sisette the Hedgehog is not brought up there, though. Oh well, I guess it's just us boys, Sonic said to himself and went downstairs. When he got there, everyone apart from the girls was eating breakfast.
Ah, you're finally awake,
Sisette said cheerfully. Okay, so Sisette stayed behind. Hi, Sisette. Why aren't you with the other girls?
Well, someone has to look after you boys. Now, what do you want for breakfast?
I'm kind of tired of chili dogs, so pancakes, please? Are you sure, Sonic? I can cook chili dogs for you. No, I'm sure. I want pancakes. All right. Go sit down with the others and I'll cook some pancakes for you. So Sonic sat next to his best friend, Tails. Hey guys, I was thinking, since it's just us men, I don't know why that made me laugh. Since it's just us men, why don't we have a boys' night out? Yama suggested. But what about Sisette? I can't leave my female version and... This isn't a sentence. But what about Sisette? I can't leave my girl version, and besides, she ditched her girls' night out to look after us. Don't worry, Silver. I'll stay and clean the house. You boys go have fun. Aw, Sisette is so sweet. She's like a little housewife. Okay, so where to, guys? Let's go over to the Flying Island. There are all sorts of fun activities over there. And so the boys left Sisette by herself. The Flying Island was tons of fun for the guys. Swinging around, battling, swimming, they did the lot. Tom even managed to get his foot stuck in a vine. And the drawing that I added is actually kind of cute. It's like Barry trying to save Tom because he's getting all dizzy from having his foot stuck. Wow, that was the best fun ever, Yama exclaimed as they were walking home. Something's not right, guys, Sonic said as he ran into the house. Sonic! Sonic turned around. Sisette, what happened? Sisette stood up, covered in bruises. Sonic, grab the others and leave. She's here. Who's here? Well, if it isn't Sonic the Hedgehog. I have a bone to pick with you and Shakira. New character alert? Who is this? Oh, I know who this is. I turned the page. I know who this is. Chapter 9, the 5th Shakira chapter, and unfortunately the last chapter that I wrote, and I don't think this chapter's even finished. I think this is a half-written chapter, which is pure sad hours, but here we go. Guys, did we kidnap Crystal? Yes, Amy, she's right here. Good job, Amy and Cream. Now, Blaze, remember the plan? Right. We unwrap Crystal and I surround her with fire and then we leave. Oh my god, they're gonna abandon this woman in a ring of fire all because she's made like one kind of flirty remark at Sonic. What is wrong with these women? And now! And just like that, we abandoned Crystal in a ring of fire. On the way home, Shakira couldn't help but feel bad for what they had just done. But when they returned, they had bigger problems. What? That's not possible! For in front of her was Scourge and his female version, Scarlet. Scarlet is a great name for a female counterpart to Scourge. Okay, finally I got the naming convention right. That was good. I like that. Boy, today really isn't the day, Scourge. And who are you? Sonic said, trying to care about what was going on. Gee, Sonic, I'm so offended. How could you not know me? Hey, Athea whispers. I forgot to mention that Crystal was in charge of keeping Scourge and Scarlet sealed in the unknown dimension. Oh no! So they got back into this world because these girls had gotten greedy and they tried to kill Crystal. Oh no! Well, we gotta go get her! Rena, you come with me, Shakira replied, and took off with Rena to find Crystal. Shakira, she's not here. Uh-oh, where did she escape to? It's kinda hard for her to go anywhere alone. Shakira turned around, trying to identify every possible escape route. Rena, look! Shakira screamed, pointing at a dangling vine. I see her! Rena flew up and caught Crystal in her arms. Shakira told Crystal what had happened while they were running and said that Crystal had to fix things. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, right in the climax of the chapter, that is the end. For real, I didn't write anything past this point, and as far as I'm aware, I don't even have notes like scattered about for what I wanted to happen, because I'm pretty sure I was just improvising this entire thing. So I have no idea if Crystal gets back to Sonic in time and locks Scourge and Scarlet away forever. I don't know if they decide that she's worth keeping alive. I don't know where that disgusting plotline with the content warning goes, if it goes anywhere. I don't know. I would like to think that Crystal gets there in time. There's this big epic battle, something happens to her wand, so they can't be locked away right away, they have to like fix the wand, and so like Sonic, Shadow, maybe Silver are like all fighting against Scourge and Scarlet, trying to keep them distracted while Shakira and her friends help Crystal put the wand back together, and then we can maybe, while they're doing that, have a conversation about the jealousy that they're all feeling. Maybe Crystal can explain that she's actually a lesbian and she flirts with everybody, and that's why she was flirty towards Sonic. And of course, the problematic character of this story, not Scourge, the other one, dies. I'd like for that. I'd like for them to just die. And be completely removed from the narrative. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, unfortunately, we will never know. Which actually breaks my heart. I was starting to actually get invested in this story, and now we will never know how it ends. But that's okay, because I have so much more Sonic fanfic to go through another time. Those videos might take a little bit longer to come out because they're not actual handwritten like narratives like this one. Those ones are comics. And I'm not sure how I want to go about making those videos with those comics, so they might be a little while. It definitely won't be the next video. I think the next video I might either drag out another story that I wrote when I was a kid, or just talk about like something that I watched. I got no idea. I have like an idea list somewhere, but the comics aren't gonna be covered for a while. But yeah, with that being said, that was the quarter of a sequel that I wrote to my first ever Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction. Definitely a wild ride, definitely a lot wilder than the first one. For questionable reasons. I really don't know what I was going through or like what my brain was on when I wrote this, but it's out there for the world now. I'm gonna go back to doing some animation and maybe forget that this book exists for another year or so when I remember and I decide I want to read it again, and then I'm made uncomfortable all over again, so that's fun. But yeah, I'm off now. Stay warm, stay cozy, stay toasty. If you sneeze during the video at all, then bless you, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.